was released, and Olumide Oyedeji's name was penned
signed by.
Then another communique came out from the other side saying that we should disregard, and that's where the problem is. We said it when the show began that, look, we don't know where all this will lead us but definitely it won't be in the interest of basketball. You have the other side backed by the sports ministry. You have a lot of things out there about who FIBA recognizes. We had a show of shame in Benin Republic just recently.
Basketball championship,
I hope that does not repeat itself in Mali. Although the other side, the joke is on them, because if they want to release their own list, who do they call? Because obviously these are the best.
These are the best, exactly.
But I don't know.
Who will the players listen to? Because, I mean, I spoke with the coach, Scott.
Who is Scott working for?
Exactly, Scott is working for. I mean, he released the list. He sent it to Tijani Umar-led MBBF, and that's where it's signed by Olumide Oyedeji, who is also a FIBA representative in the board. But the thing is, we'll wait for the other list coming from the other side. When they bring out their list, whatsoever, I know we're just neutral.
I think I'd rather hope for reconciliation.
Of course, which is more important.
Another list, right?
Maybe it's time. I mean, somebody talk about it. This because I mean, when we saw,
and you know, we've had cases of also writing to FIBA. Oh yeah, we're going to pull out of this event. I don't know.
You had that? Okay.
No, not this particular one.
Okay.
Previously. Okay. I hope we don't get to see more of that.
Yeah, I hope we don't get to see more of that, because this is not looking good at all. I think they need reconciliation. That's really what is important here. Basketball shouldn't suffer. But I'm happy the league is going on. No issues with that at all. It's international competitions. That's where the problem will be. Now, let's talk about athletics. I mean, the national trials is supposed to start on Thursday, but we're waiting to hear from whoever is going to be responsible for that, because right now there is no board. But then that doesn't mean that other championships shouldn't go on. The Warri Grand Prix every year. This year it's going to also hold in Warri. That doesn't need any board to actually take place. So you have some big performers, big athletes that will be coming for that one. Blessing Okagbare, I mean, she's been listed as one of those that will be coming. Toby Amuson also is one of the athletes that have also been listed, that they've arrived in Nigeria for the Warri Grand Prix right there in Delta State. It's going to take place next week, Tuesday. And, of course, it's going to be at the Delta State Polytechnic Stadium, Ozoro. That's where it's taking place. Rich athletes, obviously, is going to be there. When I mean rich, I mean a number of top athletes are going to be there. Athletes also from across Africa usually grace that occasion. Maybe those who haven't really made the standard for the World Championship, that's if Nigeria is going to go, because don't know what's happening right now. They can also use that as an opportunity to see if they can, you know, make the standard.
Yeah, Toby Amusho and Blessing Okagbare, I mean, those are the top stars that people want to see. And I'm particularly happy that they are already in the country for this one. I mean, there have been a lot of heroics from Amusho and Blessing. Blessing in the Diamond League, Amusho in the US, one or two top performances for them. These are the athletes that will be pinning our hopes on, should we be able to go to the IAAF World Championships and some of the other big events. And I'm also hoping, just like the basketball scenario that we talked about, that all of these internal struggles, issues will not affect the real actors. Because let me tell you something, without these guys, the administrators have nothing. Yeah. These are the guys that even they talk about. And in any federation where I'm talking about the administrator more than the key actors, it pains me. So I'm happy to be talking about Blessing and Toby this morning. I hope they replicate what they've done on the global stage, come and replicate it in Delta.
Yeah, that's the way it is. We can't wait for that one to start. Obviously, talent will be discovered. Now, let's move straight to the Women's League, also talking about the parties involved now, because that's what you love talking about, not the politics, not the administration of the game. But then, big games today. It's just 4 matches to go before the Super 4, and every team they're thinking of how they can just clinch a ticket for that. Well, Rivers Angels, of course, champions. They have the best players, one of the best coaches in the country, and FC Robo, you know, a team that's trying to bring young talent up every time. Rashida Ajibade is one that comes to mind when we talk about the Women's League, of course, talking about FC Robo. And also, remember Azizat Oshola, that's where she started from before she went to Rivers Angels. Now, these two teams will be in action today, 4 p.m. at the Legacy pitch of the National Stadium, Surulere. Last night, we have Edwin Okon, the coach of Rivers Angels, also the goalkeeper of Rivers Angels, talking about the fact that they are coming here to get a point. But for FC Robo, they wouldn't want to lose that, because what happened to them when they faced Abia Angels here in Lagos wasn't a funny one. They ended goalless and all that. Then another fixture we look forward to in Group A is Abia Angels and Bayelsa Queens. Sunshine Queens and Heartland will also be in action. Remember, Abia Angels went to Heartland and they got something from there. So all the teams are thinking of how to pick away points right now, because that's what is really crucial. In Group B, we have Oshun Babes and Confluence Queens. Pelican Stars and Adamawa Queens will also be in action. Edo Queens and Nassau Amazons. Also, Sadatu Amazons, well, they know they just have to get ready for next season because of where they are right now. It's in a polling situation for them. Delta Queens will also be in action, taking the center stage in Group B today. Yemi, the one that gets everyone talking is, of course, the big one, FC Robo Rivers Angels.
Yeah, it's in Lagos. I guess that's why the hype, that's why the noise. A lot of people have accused us of making noise, but look, you just have to go to the venue and see these games.
They don't watch the games, that's why.
It will be what they hype, and I love what FC Robo is doing. Forgive me if I sound biased, but I like the fact that they're trying to bring the glamour back. They're trying to publicize the women's game. You could say they're doing it for themselves, but they're drawing attention. Yeah. You know, you just, on your Twitter feed, on your Facebook, you see all of the nice things they put out, the information. You want anything about FC Robo, for instance, just go to their handles on social media, and I mean, you will see a lot of information. Then again, when you talk about Rivers Angels, I mean, they're the best when it comes to women's football in Nigeria without an effort. Yeah. You know, and that's huge. So we'll see what happens. We have a big game on our hands, and hopefully you'll be there as well. You'll be able to, you know, give us first-hand account of what happens when we come here tomorrow.
Yeah, and if you check the way the table is looking like right now, but I think tomorrow we'll get to give you the real table. But then today, the way it's looking at Bayelsa Queens, Rivers Angels second. Bayelsa Queens actually topping right now after 8 games. So that really is not really looking good. And also they have a game at hand. But Rivers Angels, all the games complete. But the thing is, they know what they're coming to Lagos to do. They know they cannot afford to let it slip again. After letting it slip in Port Harcourt. We'll go for a break now. We'll come back. We'll be looking at IOC and also, well, some transfer news. Lukaku has been talking. Stay with us.